Let me show you my countryside through these old headlights. We can take this road as far as you want to go.
Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back to my vlog. My name is Pasa and I'm reviving my uncle's farm. It's quite a chilly morning. We have snow on the roofs and we have two bulls ready to be sold today. And as you can see in the back, we have a greenhouse all set up for our garden. But today we expect, I expect Frank, the sheep farmer, to show up. And he said he's bringing over some sheep. Now, because I have the tractor already here, I'm gonna take milk to be sold first, and then I'm gonna go and refill our vending machines so we can then leave them be, and so our neighbors and other people that live in community have fresh produce to get. So yeah, I didn't check how much milk I have. It should be quite a lot. At least it's more than one trailer load. Yeah, awesome. And also because it's winter and the grass is, frozen and basically died. Wow, that's a beautiful scene. I will have to get some feed for our sheep. I think a bale of hay is gonna be enough, so I'm gonna buy that straight out, because I wasn't able to produce my own hay. I was too late in the year and it was too cold already to produce any kind of good hay, so yeah, I'm gonna rely on purchasing the feed today. And probably until summer comes around. And then we'll see how things go. Okay, so first barrel of milk overloading. Alright, so around 2,800 for the first batch. Now for the second load. It is snowing quite heavily. I think it's gonna start sticking to the ground. Okay, another 1,100 pounds. Let me quickly uncouple this trailer. And since I'm here on this side, I'm gonna put on the animal trailer, the transporter. And I'm gonna take those two bulls to be sold. So yeah, it is it's quite a busy morning today. But yeah, I'm all cozy and warmed up in this tractor now, so I wanna do as much as I can while I'm still here on this nice little warm platform. Okay. Let me try and put the bulls in. This is gonna be fun. Okay, closed up. Now, I've been doing this so long that the snow actually started accumulating on the ground. Oh man, but yeah, look at them. They are a really premium specimen. I have no idea how much I'm gonna get for them, but I figure it's not gonna be too bad of a sum. I have to be careful. I don't wanna damage or hurt them. I always wanna take the best care of my animals as I possibly can. Looking at those bulls in the mirrors. Yeah, they seem to be nice and comfy. Anyway, I am here at the animal market. And I think I should first park somewhere I can unload these, so yeah, they can be taken into arena and assessed. They do a veterinary inspection and everything, just to see that the animals are healthy. I'm gonna leave the tractor running while I do this. Let me just open this and move them over. Okay, I got paid 1,280 pounds for both animals. Yeah, let me just close this before I go back on the road. So I've made a pretty decent income as far as today goes, and I still even haven't took the garden products to the vending machines, so yeah, this is a really decent income. Cool. So yeah, Frank the farmer said that, the sheep farmer said that he's gonna be at my farm or at the sheep pen at around noon, so I have to make haste and I have to be ready for him so that I can move the sheep from his trailer. And before we can do that, I really want to have at least one bale of hay at the farm, and I want to have the water trailer at the sheep pen so I can water them straight away when they arrive. Yeah, because as I've said, you really want to take good care of your animals, and yeah, giving them water is one of the basics, so there's no two ways about it. Okay, now to park this trailer back here where I had it stored. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. So yeah, it seems that 12-month-old animals are basically perfect to be sold, because when they are around 12 months old, they grow up and they start consuming more food. So if you keep them for longer, you're actually putting a lot of food on their plate and getting minimal returns, or so I've read. So yeah, it's better to give them away, sell them, and to produce new animals, you know, to breed new animals. Especially if you are in milk production like I am. New animals are, yeah, the basis of my operation, so yeah, you really have to be careful about the age and the state of your animals so you get the highest price for them. Okay, again, it's too cold for strawberries, but it looks like tomatoes and lettuce is quite happily thriving in our greenhouse. I'm gonna leave the tractor running so it stays warm. It's actually getting colder by the hour. When I started the day, it was around 0 degrees Celsius, and now it's, you know, -2. Okay, now while I have the bucket on, I do want to give some grain to the chicken. They are consuming like mad. And as you can see, there's practically no snow where they roam, because they scratch everything around and they dig until everything's melted, so that's funny. Okay, chicken all fed. Now, where did I leave my pallet forks? It's definitely not in this shed. It's over there. Okay, found them. Found them. Crisis averted. Well, there was no crisis to begin with, but it's kind of funny. There seems to be quite a lot of snow on the roofs. When we first started in the morning, there was only, you know, a slight white cover. And now there's, you know, like whole piles. Oh, the joys of winter. And I'm also starting to get a hang of this front loader too. Still not perfect, but it's way better than it was before. Okay. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so this front loader is really twitchy. It really likes to move around and stuff, so yeah, you have to be very, very gentle on your controls. In order to be successful. He's more successful than I am at the moment. Okay, okay. Yeah, this should do it. And of course it helps if you don't rush. Rushing is usually a recipe for mistakes. And I really don't want to do too many mistakes because they hurt your bank account in the end. Even though my bank account is looking quite swell at the moment. 49,231 pounds. Just fix this. Yeah, and seeing how much money I still have in the bank account, I think I'll call up the farmer near the vehicle shop and make a visit to him to return the money he lent me. He gave me 20,000. And he said that I should return 20,000 to him, but I will return 22 because I'm very grateful that he was so selfless and that he trusted me. You know, 20,000 is not really a small amount of money, and it shows a great level of trust to basically an unknown new farmer who could also be potentially a competition to him. But yeah, he's a dairy farmer, so, or maybe meat farmer, I'm not sure. So yeah, me building my sheep pen is really not giving him any competition, but you know, still the same. He gave us money, he really pulled through, you know. I wasn't exactly expecting him to be willing to help us out. Let me put some straps over this. Don't want to lose them. And let me get back in my warm tractor cabin. Oh yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna leave that tractor running the whole day. You know, the whole way I was driving here, I was thinking that we have our beautiful tomatoes and lettuce out there in the freezing cold. So it might be time to start looking for a van or some sort. You know, we can have our products safely under cover and in the cold during the summer and in the warm during the winter. Because frozen vegetables are really not that great. Come on. Come on. You forced your way out and now you just stay there. Some drivers. Okay, so let me give one pallet of... No, let's leave this running. Yeah, better this way. One pallet of tomatoes and one pallet of lettuce to our vending machine, and then we'll be off. Okay, and another 1,575 pounds in food sold. We had 2 pallets of tomatoes left and 223 eggs. But if I'm not mistaken, we have actually earned more than 5,000 pounds today. Wow, impressed. Okay, yeah, the clock is ticking. And I want to get back to the farm ASAP to put on the bale fork, and I think I'll have to go to the vehicle store. I believe they hold bales, and I'm gonna purchase one of those, the hay bales. And the water, if I'm not fast enough, I'm gonna bring over later on when the sheep are already at the farm. Yeah, the clock is really ticking. And look at those snow drifts. Yeah, it's really been snowing heavily the whole morning. And it seems like the council can't keep up with the snow. Oh well, it is what it is. And luckily we have a tractor. It doesn't really mind the snow. Okay, let me get the trailer under cover. I really do want to keep it nice and dry since it's not in a very good condition. But anyway, the tractor also is in need of a service. So I think, I hope I remember to do the service after we are done with all that sheep transfer and everything we need to do. What is more important, food or water? I think water is more important. But don't hold me too tight on my word, because I am a first-time sheep farmer. I have 0 experience. So this, yeah, it's a learning experience for me. So please don't don't be too hard if I make any mistakes. It's such a funny barrel. Or 2 barrels. Okay, let me put some water in. The hole is over here. Okay. I think that barrel is already filled. Now, what to do? Because if I take water to the sheep pen, well, I could leave the water bowser there and go collect the bale. But no. I think I'm gonna wait at the sheep pen with the water bowser and overload it when they arrive, because I have no idea how much they need. And I really have to be careful, because if I give them too little or too low amount of water, it can get frozen, and I really don't want that, you know. The water has to be liquid for it to be drinkable. I don't wanna come back to the field tomorrow and find the sheep with tongues frozen to the water trough. That would be, you know, that would be devastating. Okay, so the drive from the farm to the sheep field is not so long, and you can already see the buildings we built previously. That's all money in the bank. or out of the bank for now. We are gonna get refunded, so yeah, I might have overextended by taking that big loan, a 50,000 pound loan or something like that. But no matter, doesn't matter, you know, I can always repay the loan as I see fit. Or I might invest that money into another vending machine. That would also be a good plan, I think. But I am still looking for a good way to transport milk at the same time as I transport the pallets of product. Okay, let me... I think I'll park over here. And it's all nice and undercover. Let me see if this will reach. Yeah, okay, I will have to get in at a better angle. Okay, so let me turn the tractor off, and I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos while I wait for the Frank, the sheep farmer. So quite a lot of snow has fallen in the meantime, but Frank is here. And this is his big setup. He just went to take a leak because he was on the road for some time now. And when he comes back, we're gonna unload the sheep. Let me try and take a peek at them. Oh, they're black. Okay, I I expected them to be white. Okay, no matter. You know, you can't really doubt your gifts, but it seems like we have black sheep. Okay, so yeah, let me wait for Frank to come back, and we're gonna unload the sheep and we'll have a chat and I'll recap what we were talking about. So yeah, be right back. Now would you look at this? He actually brought 10 sheep over. And these are the Welsh breed. They are originally from Wales, which is, you know, just across the pond. Just one sea away. But yeah, they are basically native to the islands. Yeah, and they already started munching on the grass. Now, how cool is that? I mean, oh, one is using the shelter. Yeah, really mustn't linger too much. And also, let me point out how cool this trailer is. It actually has a hydraulic suspension, so you can put your the rear of the trailer almost to the ground, so it's, you know, very simple for sheep to come out or go in. But yeah, awesome. I have to start taking care of our animals, so I'm gonna say goodbye to Frank. I really owe him for this. I mean, I did help him, but nothing of this magnitude. This is really something else. So yeah, I'll be back after I say goodbye to Frank, and then we'll start taking care of our beautiful animals. Okay, Frank left. I need to close the gate here. I really don't want any sheep to escape now. So let me take care of this. it would be good to have a double entrance, you know, so we can get in. But I have seen that the sheep started grazing. They seem to like this grass, even though it's a bit frozen. Maybe it's like a frozen snack. But I still need to give them water. I'm gonna take care of this now. And yeah, I will go get at least one bale, but I think one bale should be enough. So yeah, I'm gonna get one bale of hay, just in case this grass is not nutritious enough, since it's, you know, been frozen for some time now. Okay. This should be good. Let me start overloading. Okay, and the water is filled. I think there's still some left in the water tanker, so yeah, what a nice thing. And also the sheep are all female. He didn't have any rams to give because he said that he has some very special ones, and they are very high quality and very high price, and he couldn't give that away. But yeah, he did have an overcrowding of the sheep, and this is why he offered to give me some. Let me close the gates again. I mean, did you see that? But I must say, I really didn't expect black ones. That's a total surprise. I don't mean that I'm ungrateful or I don't want them. They are excellent, and I'm thoroughly happy with this, but yeah, it was just unexpected. Okay, so one little tip. I do have 500 liters or something like that in the water bowser. But because it's freezing and it's probably gonna be a lot colder during the night, I don't want the water in the tanker to freeze. So I will spill it out and empty it. So yeah, if it's not full to the brim, you shouldn't have problems. But either way, it can, you can freeze your what's it called? The pipes and joints and whatnot, and it can make cracks because freezing water expands. When water turns to ice, it adds into volume and it expands and it pushes stuff apart. So if you have a full tanker, full to the brim, and you leave it outside to freeze, it can crack the whole thing over. So yeah, let me spill this water out. Okay, all done. Now let me park it somewhere. Well, actually it could be parked right here. It doesn't bother anyone. Now let's go get that hay. Heyo. And I think sheep don't eat that much food, so yeah, one bale should be enough at least for a month. And then we'll see. If need be, I will adjust the feeding amount, but yeah, it should be good. You know what? I actually changed my mind. I'm gonna do something different. Because I need to make a service on this tractor, I'm gonna put it into the garage. And I'm gonna let it cool off, because you can't really handle hot liquids. If oil is too warm, too hot, you can hurt yourself. So yeah, this is why I'm gonna leave my tractor here. Let me take this down. And I'm gonna use my Land Rover and this trailer to go collect the bale. But first I'm gonna make a stop at the farmer near the vehicle shop. And I'm gonna give him his money back. With a little extra. Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. And because I still haven't got refunded from the state, but I have so much money. It's ridiculous. I don't want to keep him waiting. It's already been a few months since he lent me that money, and yeah, I need to make it right. There's no need in delaying this. Oh man, that's cold. Yeah, of course, I was in a warm tractor. And, and now I'm in a cold car. Okay, is this good enough? Just a little bit more. Yeah, this should be perfect now. Alright, let's go get that bale. So yeah, these snow drifts are really something else. That road near our shipyard is actually fully covered in snow. So you always have to be careful when there's fresh snow. There can be ice underneath. You never know what's happening on the road surface. So you always have to adjust your driving style to the actual road surface hazards and stuff like that. So yeah. Man, this driveway. I know I say it every time I go here, but yeah, this driveway is really tickling me in a good spot. In a good way. Okay. I think I can put the car straight in front of the door. Like a glove. Oops. Well, not anymore because I couldn't see it. Come on. Okay, this is fine. So yeah, let me go have a cup of tea with the farmer and we'll see you when I'm done. Couple of quid lighter. Well, 22,000 pounds later, here we are. We are sitting at a comfortable 29,149. I still have to get that bale. I'm thinking of getting a square one, you know, those big one. I think they're called Heston bales. At least I was speaking with the farmer here, and he said that that should last us for quite some time, at least until we are ready to produce our own hay. So yeah, we'll see. I just hope it fits in this trailer, because this trailer is not really big. Not that big. Okay, carefully. Of course, this is why you go carefully out, especially if there's low visibility or slippery surface. Yeah, I still remember the day when I first drove on this road. I went to that pub where we are a regular now. Yeah, it was dark and whatnot. Interesting how that feels like, you know, years ago, but actually it's only, you know, 2 years. Not that long. Let me see what we can get. Okay, so that bale cost us 980 pounds. 980 pounds. I'm gonna say it again. 980. I mean, that's ridiculous. I was expecting maybe, I don't know, 50, 100 pounds, but not 1,000. Whew. Well, that was a bit of a shock, but it supposedly contains 4,500 liters, so yeah, I hope it will last us a while. Now, yeah, the guys are coming over to help me load this, so we can be on my way. Ooh, alright, well, that was heavy. This is really not meant to be loaded by hand, but yeah, because there were many of us, we were able to do it. But we loaded it in a way that I can easily roll it off. I just need to put some straps on so it's fixed. Yeah, so I can easily roll it off at the farm, or I mean at the shipyard. So, good, everything good. Now I do have to drive carefully because the roads are slippery, and sometimes the trailer, if it's loaded, can start overtaking your car, because this trailer doesn't have the push brake. I don't know if you know the system, but some trailers they have like a rubber glove between the hitch and the trailer, and that rubber gloves is hiding a piston inside, and when you brake, the trailer pushes forward and that piston engages the brakes. So that's called a push brake, I think. And bigger trailers have that system because on your car you don't really have hydraulics to control your or air brakes to control your braking power on the trailer. So it's managed by actual forces. I can't remember the name, but there's a name of that force. It's when an object is moving, it doesn't want to stop moving. So when you brake, the trailer doesn't want to stop moving, and it pushes on that piston, and that piston engages the brakes. So yeah, that's a really genius solution, and I was very impressed when I first came across this idea. Feels like such a short drive from the store to the sheep yard compared to drive to our farm. Okay, let me close the gates back up, because no sheep is gonna be left behind. No shift. What am I saying? Okay, and I want to roll this bale straight up to that feeding trough. I'm gonna reverse to be positioned correctly, something like this. Yeah, because if I get it wrong, there's no one here to help me. Well, the sheep could help me if I if I would simply let them and cut the netting off. Okay, let me get this off. Alright, this is off. I did take some of hay out and put it to the sheep pen, the feeding trough, but look at this. We have animals. Amazing, let me take a picture. Okay, I've taken a few photos just to memorize this occasion, because this is really a change in my farming experience. I mean, look at this, and the pasture is quite big, so I think... No, I'm I'm way ahead of myself. I was thinking of introducing a ram for our sheep, you know, to produce babies, but yeah. It's probably best to get used to them first and then start expanding the flock. But yeah, my dear sheep, have fun, eat well, sleep well, and grow your wool well. Since it's so cold, the wool should be very thick. Now for the second half of the deal, I have to start looking for some place to sell that sheep wool. So I don't keep it for myself and make wool scarves. Or a wool cap. Let me close the gate. Awesome. Well, I'll return to the farm and I will start doing some maintenance on that tractor, the John Deere. It really needs some TLC, so that's gonna be our next thing on the agenda. But I'm not gonna take you on this with me because you've seen maintenance and it's nothing really interesting. Just a few oil filters, air filters, you know, some of them can actually be saved if you're cheapskate. But yeah. Wow, such heavy traffic. Yeah, the time is right for people to go home from work, so okay, understandable about the traffic. But anyway, this is gonna be it for this episode. I would like to thank you for watching. I wish everything good for you. Take care and see you next time. Bye bye.